Good morning. Welcome to the weekend workout. My name is Ian.
I'm Lauren.
And this is Bars and Bells.
And I'm practicing my port bra.
We practice port bras on Thursdays live. We practice kettlebells live on Tuesdays. And on Saturdays, we play with our strength in our body weight practice. Playing with shapes that the hands can make and the bodies can make as well.
All you need is your body and a little bit of space.
Body's a little bit of space, and Lauren wants to get going. And I want to get going too. And that means we're going on the theme park exploration of our body. We'll start by going on the merry-go-round. Do a chin tuck in first, and as allowed, slide an ear to the side. And return to center. Then slide the other ear towards the other side and center. Then gently get that text of turkey neck forward, check, and then the retraction or the chin tuck to the back. And just reset. Let's landmark those same positions through the rib cage or T-spine. I like those hands across the body, just like Lauren showed. Keep your hips squeezing at the glutes, feet rooted heavy, and slide the rib cage to one side and back to the middle. Then gently slide towards the other. Find middle. Lauren's side profile represents this extension of the spine the best. And then middle. And before you slide back, lightly retract those shoulder blades together and then try to flex the spine to the back. Find center. Now we'll go back to the head, make a full circle, and back to the ribs. Circles each way, I guess. So 2 circles repeating. Hands can go wherever. Do our chin tuck. Start sliding to a side of your choice, and then around the front. So from that right side, I went to the front. From the front, I'll go to my left. Left around the back. Return to the ear side, return center. Then slide the other way. We'll go to the front as well. So from that lateral left to the front, to the lateral right. Return the chin in through the back. Finish. And then just like Lauren, let it kind of wobble in the middle. Then go hands across body, squeeze your glutes, root the feet. And with the shoulder blades retracted, slide to the right. Then push the heart forward, circling around those hips. Then retract blades yet again as we scoop or flex out the back. Find that original side lateral, return to the middle. Then continuing through the middle to the other side, and then again to the front here. Always making sure you're breathing. As you can see, Lauren's hips are staying very stable, shoulder blades staying retracted. We're scooping around that back shape, finding the lateral, finding the middle, and again, letting that shake out in the middle. We'll come back to the theme part for me up here, but it's all fun and games down on Lauren's legs and hips.
The hips first. Let's grab that balance aid, so whether it be a chair or a countertop, something just to lightly hold on to. We'll point our outside leg, the leg furthest away from that object, out to the front. Then we'll flex our foot. Now before we go any further, check your balance. Are you standing tall on that inside standing leg? Next, rotate the leg open, showing the inseam up towards the ceiling. Then gently internally rotate, trying to hide the inseam or roll it in. Then rotate it open again. Send that leg to the side with that flexed foot. From here, our hips stayed level and square forward. We'll rotate that inseam in again, or internal rotation on the femur. And then rotate the leg open, external rotation. Keep that external rotation open as you bring the leg back to the front. Inseam stays up. Then point the foot, reconnect the foot to the floor, the toe to the floor. Unrotate that knee or leg. And then straight leg, push the hips through as you meet standing up tall. Great. One more time. This time we'll start at the side. Reach to the side, touch the floor. Then, keeping the hips level, flex the foot. Check in with the balance. Are you standing on your leg? Rotate the leg open, inseam forward, keeping the knee straight, the hips level. Rotate the leg or femur in, don't hike your hip. Rotate your leg open, send it to the front again. One more time, internally rotate on the femur. Try not to do all the work with the ankle. Rotate it open, rotate it back to center. Point the foot, touch the floor, pull the straight leg underneath. Both cheeks are squeezed, feet are rooted, then relax and switch sides. Same thing on that second side. So first to the front, point to the front. Once you get there, check your balance. Tall, glute squeeze, flex your foot. Next, rotate the leg open, inseam up. Then rotate the leg in, hiding the inseam. Rotate the leg open, keep it open, keep the hips level, send the leg to the side. Once at the side, roll in on the leg, hide the inseam. Roll open. We're trying to direct that movement with our butt cheek, not our ankle. Then roll in on the leg, and we'll pull underneath. I might have done this side a little bit differently, but that's okay. Standing up tall, we'll reach to the side. Reach to the side, check the balance. Then flex the foot. Rotate the leg open. Rotate the leg in. One more time, end with it open. Keep the inseam up as it comes to the front. Then roll in on the leg. Roll open. One more time to neutral, kneecap forward, point the toe, connecting it to the floor. Straight leg pulling underneath. Both hips extend, both cheeks are squeezed. Hold, and then relax.
And
nice.
Relax.
Let's do a quick, actually you go back up to the theme park and then I'll come back to the ankles.
Theme park's up top. For this again, I'd like to address my stance in a similar position to the squat. We went from that Ferris wheel or circles around, merry-go-round, circles around this way. And now we'll be going on the roller coaster. It's flexion and extension like a wave. We'll start with the chin with a tuck. Chin tuck. Try to keep your eyes on the horizon. Looks a little bit scary when I'm looking at the camera this way, but try to keep looking forward. Chin tuck. Then looking straight ahead, modest as you go, extend up. And then pull the crown of the head high. Repeat the chin tuck. Then up, lightly extending. Pull down on the neck flexors to extend. And if it sounds opposite, that's okay. It adds stability. One more time. Chin down to chin up, and then return tall. Next, we'll go extension first, and then the chin down. And then chin down, and up, and forward. And last one, resetting in the middle. Again, to take those hands across the body, and it's flexion extension wave through the rib cage spine. Shoulder blades retract, modest chin tuck, and now you will start to look down as you flex, and then press the heart forward, but pulling down on those abs to extend. And then this cresting wave shape, or that top of the roller coaster, will flex, pulling down, and then back to extend. We'll do that one more time as we crest that wave and flex and pull down, and then pull back up to center and relax. This time, let's extend up, and again, repeat. Down, pull down to lift up. How's your shield? And last time here, flex forward, pull down, finish in the middle, and let that all shake out and wiggle. Lauren's got more hips and feet. What you got in store?
Let's do the feet next here.
Excellent.
If you'd like that balance aid at your side, have it. Then let's push first down into both feet and slowly just find that balance. Pushing up by going down with or without your hands. Find your point of balance here and just try to hold. Try to keep your ribs on top of your hips, your butt cheeks squeeze, your kneecaps pull up. And then can you look around the room as you stay up here? Bringing your head back to center. Keep your knees straight. Your heels will slowly come back down to the floor. Now let's take a single leg out and point it out in front of us, only as far as we can touch. Then let's pull on the balls of those feet, so pull that leg towards you as you come up to find a balance on 2 feet. 1 foot's in front, 1 foot slightly behind. Hold for 3, 2. Now I want you to push weight onto that back foot. That's tricky. And then slowly descend on that back heel. With that front leg, we'll pull it underneath and switch sides. Point the other leg to the front, only as far as you can tap. Doesn't have to be a big step. Toes spread out, ball of foot connects. Pull onto that leg. So we're in between 2 feet right now. We're in between 2 feet. Could go forward, could go backwards. We're gonna go backwards. So we'll start transferring weight onto that back foot and slowly descend. Straight leg pulls underneath us. Let's do that one more time and switch the direction. Point to the front. toe, ball, open up, find a balance on 2 feet. Last time we went to the back, this time we'll go to the front. Start transferring weight to that front foot, maybe even taking your back toe off the floor or not, and then slowly descending down. Let's bring that leg underneath us and repeat on the other side. Point to the front, toe, ball, open up, come up onto 2 feet, could go forward, could go backwards. We'll go forward, transfer that weight, trying to transfer 100% as allowed, staying tall, and then slowly descending onto that heel. Excellent. Now, as much as we want tension in those feet, taking that load, can we also just have floppy fish ankles? So give that ankle a little shake, little shake, Let's do one more hip because it just came into my mind because it's so great. And then we'll continue on. With your balance aid, standing tall in your inside leg. I want that leg rooted and not moving, not moving, not moving, not moving. Then the other leg will move. We'll peel the foot up off the floor. Knee will stay to the front. Then it'll gently cross, trying to overcross our body. From here, it'll open up to the side. We'll disconnect that foot, roll in on the femur as we warmed up earlier, and then brush through center, cross the body, open up, disconnect the foot, roll in on the hip, come across the body. Nothing is moving on that standing leg side. We're taking our time right now. Let's do it one more in slow-mo. Open up, hips, shoulders don't move, rotate. Now, keep that stability, no moving, but can you add some freedom to that gesture leg? Let it open, roll around in its socket, try to create less tension in the socket. I know it's counterintuitive, but then open, close to the front. Good. Should feel like mobility in that moving leg, but stability and strength in that standing leg. Same thing, second side. So not moving, not moving, not moving. Peel the foot up off the floor. Cross the body first. Then open the leg up to the number 4. Next, disconnect the foot, roll in on the femur. Try to come across the body. Open up. As I roll in on the femur, I'm still gently trying to reach behind me and then open up. Nice and slow for 2 more. Try to keep this knee bent the whole time. The belt line level. And again, that stability is your standing butt cheek squeezed. Now, add a little freedom in that gesture leg, but that doesn't mean your standing leg moves. Find that stability for 3. 2, a little bit of freedom over here. Last one. Finish side. Close front. Relax.
Relax.
Excellent.
We'll get to the floor to warm up these hands in just a second, but the last ride at that theme park for the upper body is the vortex. It takes those rotations and side bends all the way through some safe, gentle ranges, so be careful. First, we'll go head, neck, hands wherever you wish. It starts with a chin tuck. Then from the chin tuck, trace the clavicle, meaning the collarbone, and look out the side. Then look up the wall to the ceiling or sky and pull the crown high as your chin flexes or approaches the sternum again. From there, rotate the other way. I choose my left. Then I'll look up that wall to the ceiling, and then crown head high, reset on the horizon. Switching our direction, we'll extend first. Then look out to the side. Then down the wall, chin tuck to center, pulling down on those neck flexors, those muscles in the front to stabilize the extension. And then last time to the side, down the wall, finish in the middle, and reset on the horizon. Same effort through that rib cage, and then we're back to the floor with Lauren. Shoulder blades retract. It's this up and over flexion of the rib cage forward, like the roll, the coaster. Then we'll rotate to a side of your choice, side bend to the back, easy does it up and over, and then pull up and over, engage those core muscles to flex. Side bend, rotate, side bend to the back corner, up and over, return to the middle, and switching our direction for the last one, pull down on the rib cage to the core to lift up and over. Then we'll turn to the corner in the back, enjoy a nice side bend. That's my favorite move. And circle, circle, circle back around to the front. And again, pulling down, engage the core as you pull up into extension. And then a gentle rotation. Enjoy that side bend to the back corner. And our last circle shape around to the front. And again, we're pulling down on those core muscles to extend through that T-spine. Shakes, wiggles, thanks for enjoying that ride. I know my body always does. And to the floor, Lauren, what's up?
Before we go to the floor, we'll quickly do our shoulder blades, and then we'll make our way to the floor and do wrists. With our palms facing forward, yes. Let's gently elevate our shoulder blades and then pull them down, engaging those lats. Nice. You have to make that face when you do it. Yeah. Do it again. Up, pull down. Good. Now, with your elbows super straight, extend on the wrists, reaching your hands to the back. Keep your fingers reaching, and then slowly start to curl your fingers in. And then curl your fists, but keep your elbows straight. Trying to bend on those wrists. Tighten up the imaginary rope, and then slowly curl your arms up. Let's gently retract our blades again. Drive our elbows forward. Then from here, we'll open our arms to the side, but keep those ribs over your hips, not to arch your back. Extend on the elbows, and then extend on those wrists. Reaching, we'll open up the fingers, keep the shoulders packed, then gently curl the fingers, curl the fists, bend the elbows.
You're just trying to flex.
What?
You're just trying to flex here.
Keep the shoulders down as the elbows come to the front. Then, blades retracted, elbows return to your sides, lat face engage. Let's drive those elbows back into a little bit of extension. Pin them there and extend on the elbows. Then extend on the wrists. Reach those fingers to the back. Now keep your blades together, return your arms to your sides. And then just gently relax.
Awesome.
Now we'll get to the floor.
Very cool.
Let's do our forward fold because that will feel nice. Our forward fold here is our feet underneath us, our arms in a T-Rex position, pulling your blades together. We do our T-Rex position so that our shoulders don't do our forward fold, but that our spine does. Gently start at the head, neck, your chin tucks. Your neck starts to flex. Then we start to flex through that upper back rib cage, but we try to keep our shoulder blades together. Let's push our weight more on the forefoot of our foot, but our heel's still connected to the floor. We're now rounding through that bra line, through that low back, as we flex over top of the hips, trying not to push the hips behind us. Come on down, hanging out in your forward fold. Once you get folded, then we can let those arms go a little bit and just dangle here for a couple seconds. Breathe. Maybe bend your knees and then gently straighten them. Admire your pedicure you just got for the first time in 3 years. So nice. And then bend the knees again and gently straighten them. Oh. And then we'll bend and we'll come all the way down to the floor and do a quick wrist warm up. Quick wrist warm up.
I think that's my cue. So I'm going to do my quarter turn. We have fingers heavy, callus lines to full hands connect, and the blood donations face forward. Then reset your head to look at the floor between those hands and pull the hands to the knees. By pulling the hands to the knees, you may be able to drift forward. Handy skills for those handstands or crows. And then push through the fingertips. Push your bum back towards the child's pose that you think you want, but maintain the tip of the hip like a cow. Then pull the hands forward. In this case, you might be tucking under the hips like a plank or planche. And then press the floor forward, tip the tailbone back, and try pulling those femurs into the hips. Let's do that one more time as we pull ourselves forward, increasing that wrist extension, and then push through the floor so much that you extend the hips up to a tall kneel position here and add your gentle shake of the wrists. We'll do a quarter turn at the hands now, and consistent with the landing from before, it's fingertips, check, callus lines next, full hands, blood donations forward. I'll be pushing towards the right or toward Lauren here and have my weight shift to the left. Then press to the left or the side of your choice there and switch your load to the other side. Do you feel the preload? Do you feel the moment where you can push safely towards aggressively hard without moving? And once you feel that tension, press or pull all the way through it. Repeat one more time each side here as you go from my right to the left, my left back to the right, and then press right to center, push equally through the hands, and flick those wrists on the up. One last time for those wrists, the underhand version of wrist extension. So fingertips face the knees, fingers calluses hands. This is probably the most intense of all of them, so be careful. And we can always bring up the floor or go against the wall if it's too intense. Lightly press the fingers down, meaning the pinkies down, and then relax. And do the same thing with the ring finger, and also relax. And then what about the middle finger? Press those down too. Then the index fingers are next, followed by the thumbs. And now gently acclimate to tension on all 10 digits. And as you can, bend the elbows. Personally, mine don't bend a lot. And then flick the floor away like Spider-Man and flick it out. We often go to the zoo, and I think going towards an elephant can be a great shape here to get us started. So let's return to the more conventional hand of the position of those hands, Lauren, and cue us through your elephant.
Our elephant will start with a bear hover. What that means is our toes are tucked and our knees are going to lift slightly off the floor. Let's tip our tailbone towards the ceiling. Keep that position in the hips as you slowly start straightening your knees out to your down dog or A-frame elephant shape. Let's stay here for a couple seconds, breathing, gently trying to press one heel towards the floor, then the other, but prioritizing that orientation of the pelvis, tipping towards the ceiling. Let's come back to that bear hover, the knees off the floor. Now this time, tuck the hips under. Then again, tip the tailbone to the ceiling. Keep that position, lifting the hips again. As allowed, let's take a couple steps forward. Opposite hand and foot as we go. Peel that hand off the floor, palm then fingers. Try to be a bear here as you crawl. Opposite hand and foot. I guess we're an elephant, but we're soft elephants. We're not loud. Opposite hand and foot. And then once you've gone forward, let's take a couple steps backwards back. Again, you're still peeling and pushing the floor away. You're breathing. You keep that tailbone tip. Let's come back to that bear hover. Are we going to stand or stay down here?
We'll stand up.
So we'll lift those hips back up and unfold ourselves. We came down with a fold, so let's get up with an unfold. You're tucked at the chin. You'll stack up. This time it's the reverse. We stack our bottom vertebrae, pull our blades together as we start stacking our rib cage, and ultimately our head lands on top where it's supposed to be.
Here we go. Lauren is a zookeeper. I'll be the squat master for today again. We'll start with our feet in this parallel position, and we'll do 3 repetitions of our squat. It's that knee over toe habit, keeping the heels heavy, and then extend, pressing the hips through. Repeating, knees towards over toes, and push the hips through into extension. And one last time, and could you get a little bit lower by lifting up those heels, and then find the place where your heels could connect, and then press through, finishing tall. Next, we'll open to that ballet-inspired first position or narrow squat. Same effort here. Pull yourself together to descend, and then press the hips forward to stand. Repeating, we pull the heels together to create safe tension and press back to tall. For the third and final, we'll pull as low as you can get. Then could you get lower by lifting those heels? And then where is that place where the heels can connect, and then press through. Challenge yourself on a single leg, and then reach out to the position you can safely land, toe ball heel. 3 repetitions of this as well. We'll pull ourselves low, and then press to tall. Whether those hands like mine are on the insides of the leg, pull away. Or where Lauren had, helping balance, any position up top is good too. The last one will keep the heels heavy, but just with our intention, sit lower as allowed.
Are we squatting? I was doing my second
press
position.
through to tall. Then point and bring it in and add that little shake and wiggle. And we go back to the zoo.
Back to the zoo. I said we were a bear earlier and we weren't, so let's be a bear this time. This time let's use our hinge. So chopping those hips back, pushing them out behind us. We're going to be a bear that travels in the forward direction and backwards first, and then we're going to be a bear that travels sideways. Hands under shoulders, knees hovering just slightly off the floor underneath your hips. Tailbone slightly, it's in between because our abs are braced. Let's take a step opposite hand and foot, peeling those palms away. I put a nice bowl of water on your back and I don't want you to spill it. So keep that core brace the whole time, but keep breathing underneath it. It's like you have that turtle shell on. Last step forward, now backwards back. The other way to tell if you're tipping from side to side are your knees changing height off the floor. For last 2 steps, ending with your hands underneath you, knees down. This time, let's tip that tailbone to the ceiling and sit back into that squat-like position. Whew, take a breath. We'll pull back into our bear hover, and this time our bears are going to go side to side. These bears that go side to side still walk contralateral, so opposite hand and foot. Hover the knees off the floor or keep them down. Next, opposite hand and foot, take a step to the side, and the next 2. Side, and next 2. That bowl of water is still on your back. Your shoulders are packed, lats engaged. Now go back where you came from. No tipping or twisting. Feel that core brace. Is one side harder than the other? Last 1 or so steps. Feet down, knees down. Well, your feet are already down, knees down. Take a second. We'll lift the hips up. Slowly walk the hands back to the feet to end up in your hinge position. And then press through to tall. Whew.
Back to tall. And from tall, we'll get back to that squat. Let's do one quick repetition of our Shiko-styled squat. Lauren mentioned a second ago, are we in our squat position or our second? Find a position that's safe for you to have a weight transfer here. We'll start with our feet in parallel. Then pivot to first, transfer weight, and again step out and land comfortably. Address this stance as you wish. Your hips are your hips, Lauren's hips are hers, and mine are mine. We'll pull ourselves down in a 2-footed squat and power through and find a single leg balance. Then point the leg, landing toe ball heel, accept that floor in our squat again, and push down and away to hold your balance, and then point, straight leg, toe ball heel, accept the floor. Press through. Stay low or climb the leg and reach and land. And power through again. And stay low or climb and reach and land. One more time each as we balance, climb, extend, and land. And final repetition. Point, land, press those hips through, bring them together, get them loosey-goose, shake them out, and back to a little zoo exhibit, Lauren.
Oh, the zoo. All right, let's come back down and get into a lizard, and then the lizard is going to become a crow. It's pretty wild transformations, like Animorphs here. Flex, T-Rex arms, flex your chin, roll yourself forward, blades stay together, blades stay together, blades stay together. Roll over top of those hips. Then come down and walk yourself out to your plank position. Hands are under shoulders and feet are back behind you. Hips are right now up, shoulder height. Now take a single foot, flick the floor away, and bring it up to rest beside a hand. As we're here, try to reach out that front knee and reach out your back heel for 3, 2. Then pull that tension back together. Lift that foot, place it back where you got it, other side. Flick. Lift, land. Reach out the back heel. Reach out that front knee. Feel that length through the center of your body. Pull tension together and bring that foot back. One more time each side. As we're in this position, try not to drop in those hips. Keep them lifted in line as you reach, pull together, and switch feet one last time. We'll reach long, breathing. And then let's bring that second foot up to end up in our low squat here. If our wrists are still okay, we'll do a little bit of a crow balance. If not, you could just hang out in the squat. Place your hands on the floor. Gently start transferring weight. Get those knees up high into those armpit triceps. No leaving the floor yet, just slowly pushing weight into those hands. For 3, 2, then land back into that low squat. Extend, lifting up. This time we'll remove a foot from the floor, so place those hands. Get the knees up nice and high. Flick the floor away with one foot and hold for 3, 2, place it down, other foot. 3, 2, place it down, low squat, hold. One last time, both feet could come off the floor. Hands grip, knees high. Start transferring weight. Find your balance. Breathe, hold. Feel how the fingers help you. The palms help you to balance yourself. Soft landing, both feet down, chest lifted, press through to tall. And that's how a lizard becomes a crow.
That is quite the transformation. Lots of moving parts there. We have the hands, those elbows, those shoulders, the core, the hips. Work on those individual components and put them all together to make your favorite animal shape. And maybe share with us in the comment a shape that we could try next week. There's no wrong answer. We worked on two-legged squats. We'll continue to work on some single leg balances here. So with your feet in that narrow position, pull up a single leg so that your big toe touches that big knuckle of the ankle bone in the middle. From this position, it'll be 3 repetitions of our squat as you go knee towards over toe. As you can see, Lauren's hip is traveling right over top of the foot. And then push the hip through and hold your tall balance. We're heavy on those toes, but the heels stay down too for now. We'll go knee over toe and push through. One final time, knee over toe. Full extension of the hip through, and then as allowed, find that little ankle balance here. Hold for a second or two longer and control the down. Push both hips through, enjoy a little shake and wiggle, and repeat on the other side. Pulling in, big toe to that inner ankle knuckle, the malleolus. Then from there, we'll do our sit squat with slight tailbone cow hips. Then push the hip through, finish tall, full foot. Then same effort, knee towards over toe. Push the hip through. This bent leg, never underestimate the value of hip flexing, meaning lift this leg higher to help yourself get lower, and then hip extension through. Straight kneecaps, squeeze bum cheeks, strong feet, announcer's jinx. Hold for a second longer, and then very slow return. Some days gravity affects us differently. It's not always constant. Einstein, it's never constant. Go for it. Ebb and flow. What's next, Lauren?
This is where you come for your true science lessons.
You got it. You got it.
Birds change to amphibians and gravity's false. We are going to, let's extend that leg up from our elephant to a 3-point.
Nice.
And the new science lesson.
Reading my mind there, Lauren. I was hoping you were going to say that.
A 3-point elephant. You've seen those before. Okay. Use your hinge first. Tailbone, tips, hips reach back, shins stay vertical. Walk yourself out into your elephant position. Breathe. Take your time. Next, we'll pull ourselves into our plank position and hold, squeezing your butt cheeks, bracing your core. Take one of your legs, flick the floor away, lift the hips up, lift the leg up, but keep your hips square to the floor, no opening here. Pull yourself back through to your plank and hold for 3, 2, flick, lift. No twisting open. It's hard, but reach long. 3, 2, one more time each side. Over, plank, flick, square up hips. You might feel that hamstring the more square you are. Pull through. And last time, flick, lift. Can both knees try to get straight? And then back to that plank position. Hold plank, squeeze your butt cheeks, pull the floor together underneath you. 5, 4, 3, 2, step those feet, tip the tailbone to the ceiling, push the floor forward to walk your hands back into your hinge, and then press through to tally tall.
One last squatting exercise, and we might just have our minute of craziness at the end. Single leg squats again, but this time, instead of having that knee face forward, check that out first. Then open that knee and have it facing directly to the side as much as you can. Then it's the same idea here. Single leg squat, push the hip through and pull those knees apart to the outside. Repeating 3 repetitions. The tailbone is like a cow. The hip is driving through. Full stretch. Final effort here, we'll pull ourselves down. Press our hips through. When the butt is squeezed, the knee is straight. Slowly find that ball of foot raise. Hold for a second or two and own the down just like you did on the up. And then find 2 feet. Shake out those floppy fish ankles and repeat on the other side. Pulling up, knee faces front first, then open it to the side. Our tailbones are tipped like the small cow tip in the hip, that anterior tip. And then we'll push forward, full stretch of the kneecap, up and bum squeeze. Knee over toe. We're heavy through that full foot. And then press the hip through to tall. Repeating one more, knee over toe. Tailbone like cow. Press the hip through and very slowly. This was my harder side before. Ugh, also hard now. But find that demi-point rise and with control, return to the ground, close the knee, finish tall, and shake. I said a minute of craziness. It's our last drill here. How do you feel about holding that bear crawl? Or perhaps you're laying on the ground and just watching. Or
Lizard.
the elephant lizard hybrid. Lauren and I will be trying our handstand here. 1 set that might turn into 2. 1 minute of craziness here, Lauren. Ready to go?
1 total minute.
1 total minute. Working on endurance, having fun always. Let's do that in like 5, 4, 3, and go. Nice. That was like 40 seconds right there.
I had to kick up halfway. I don't know if you heard that.
No, it was so quiet I didn't.
So quiet.
Did you miss the progressions that could help you get that skill right there, like the handstand? That includes some of our step-ins, some of our wall stands, or was this practice just right for you? We want to curate that experience that's beautiful for your Saturday morning. We love our handstand, but we know it's really tough. So we'll take you there with us as we explore our journey or continue our journey. But also maybe it's just really nice to get a little easier approach to your Saturday morning. Lauren, that is Saturday morning. How do you feel?
I feel great.
Me too. Ready to take on the day.
I've had 2 cups of coffee and did a handstand. What more could you ask for?
That sounds like a good Saturday to me.
And listen to the ravens caw.
You got it.
Until next time, which starts all again on Tuesday with our kettlebell class, followed by our bar on Thursday, and we play with our body weight on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Or, because of this fancy thing called YouTube, anytime in the archives.
That's right.
Check out our Patreon page. Check out our website if you want to come join us in studio. Until then, take care. Stay strong, and we'll train soon.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Have a good day.